Hi YouTube. On today's episode we're going to look at the Sherpa 100, the inverter, and the Nomad 20, which all together is the Sherpa 100 solar kit. It runs $539 on Amazon, and I'm going to go over what comes in this kit and two additional things that I've purchased to make this a very good kit for myself, and something I think would be helpful if you're going to use this small unit for an emergency power solution. So to start, this is the unit. This base piece right here is the actual battery. This is the back. It has a metal lanyard. On the back side, it has some very beneficial information. It shows the charge times, wall chargers from Nomad 13, Nomad 20. This also shows the output and what the different outputs are. It gives you some basic stats on this, and it also has a big stamp right here that says TSA compliant. So if you're going through security, they can see that and they will know that you can actually take this on the plane. This piece here that is separate, it screws on, has its own switch, a fan in the back. This is the inverter. It's a 110 volt inverter. On the front, you have an input. Now this input could be for solar, it could be for a 12 volt adapter that goes into your car. It could also be for a 110 adapter that plugs into your house, or a generator if that's what you're using. There's a small light right here, two USB ports, a 12 volt adapter that we will go in more detail, and a laptop adapter that we will also go into more detail. In the center here is your battery gauge. It will show when it is charging, it'll blink, and you'll know where it's at charging and what the next charging level will be. So if you're at 80%, and you're about to be at 100%, so it'll start flashing full, and that way you'll know. This is the on-off button. You hold it on here, and that powers it on and off. You can tap it, and it comes on. You also have a light that is in the USB port area that's blue, so you can see if it's very dark outside. There is an adapter here. So on the side, you have this same hole that's on the inside. Let's show you what that looks like. This is with it removed. This is how the inverter connects. There's a screw here, and this connection goes into the side and screws in here. If you are only wanting a very nice power brick, then this is it. This is it. It's 1.9 pounds. It's very easy to carry. The inverter weighs hardly anything compared to that, especially. You can daisy two of these together. I have not done that. I don't have the cable, but I spoke to Goal Zero about some of the things this can do. And that way you don't get more watt hours out, but you can just double your capacity. So you can connect two of these and run stuff for just longer, double the time. The way this connects is it just slides in here, and then you just screw this in place. When you are ready and you need to, you just flip the switch on. You'll know because this green light will come on here, and that's it. No noise. You can hear it on the microphone. It's silent. The fan will come on if it's cranking out a lot of power. So if you have something you're plugged in here like a big laptop or it's really cooking, this fan will come on for short periods of time to cool it down. This is the power cable that comes with the unit. This is the 110 outlet adapter. It has plenty of cordage. This with the blue ring indicates that's what goes into your input. And as well in your unit here and other Goal Zero products, blue is your input. Makes it very simple and quick to identify with the color, and also shapes. So if you notice, input is blue circle, 12 volt is green hexagon, and orange square is for your laptop cable, and we'll go more into those. All you do is you plug it in the wall and plug it in the hole there. You will see the blue circle starts to blink, and that's it. And you are charging the unit. Now, as far as charge times go, to charge from this solar panel right here that we'll open up in a second, This solar panel takes 10 to 20 hours in optimal conditions. You can plug it in the wall for 3 hours, or you can plug it in your car for 4 hours. And if you are camping and that's an option for you, you're going to be car camping and just want something for outside the tent for lighting or to charge your stuff, that's a really good option. You can just, on your next drive to wherever your next destination is, if you work in the field, you can put this in the car in between places, and that way when you stop, you don't have to run the car to charge your phones. There's also a light, the light's up here that's green, that indicates when this is charging. And this comes with the unit. The inverter comes with this kit. Now we're going to look at some other parts. So this is a 12 volt out, and as you can see, it is green, and the shape is the same, and it plugs in here to 12 volt. When you turn the power unit on, you move the switch to 12 volt, the green will light up, and now this is hot. So you can plug in 12 volt accessories that you need to. And when you're done, you just flip to off, and you hold on the power and it goes off. But for situations where you don't have a wall plug to charge a device, if the device is drawing too much power to use on the laptop, this laptop connection only goes up to 19 volts. So if you have a laptop that is drawing more power than 19 volts, it will show on the laptop, at least on Windows, it will show that it is plugged in but not charging. And according to Goal Zero, that is because the peak output of this specific hole right here is 19 volts, and the laptop I was trying it on was 19.5, and it would not charge it. So in the event to fix that, you just have to go to the 110 and it works fine. Then next, we will go over the solar panel itself. And I've begun using this quite a bit on the road when I'm working. Let's go over the connections first. This comes with 2 small carabiners. As you can see here, there are multiple points to connect to. You can hang it from nearly any direction you could want. There are different outputs, connections, all kinds of stuff. And they are labeled. So this is the first one. You can see that it says USB output, and it is a USB output to charge your phone. This one says solar port, and it says for power. So this is what you will plug into your devices, whatever that might be. And it's a fairly long, so you can plug that in from a distance and hang your Sherpa or whatever unit you're using away. This is to Daisy. So you can chain multiples of these together and multiple other Goal Zero panels that have this same connector. And then finally, this is a mini solar port for charging other solar products. Now what's nice about this is when you have your cable out and everything you need, you can close it and zip it up, and everything stays in this nice little pad in the back. So this is what the panel looks like. Sorry it's dirty, where I was using it last was fairly dusty. This is the panel. It's 3 panels that are put together. When you fold it, it folds like this. This top part folds over, and there's a small magnet that's in here that keeps just a small amount of closure pressure on that end right there. You can arrange it however you want. You can stair step it. You can angle it like that. You can hang it. So as I was saying before with those carabiners, you have carabiner connection points here. You have 2 on each side. You have 1 here so you can keep that folded down. You can hook it on the side so you can hang it at an angle. If you wanted to, you could run some paracord through this and use that to kind of lash it down to get the very specific mounting if you're going to be there for a little bit. And one benefit with this is, just like the other, like the Boulder 30, there's a small light that is in this, and it is right here. And this will turn blue, just like their other products, to let you know that this is working correctly and that you are getting enough power. So as far as the Sherpa 100 kit, this is it. So you get a battery, an inverter, your panel, a cable to run from the panel to the unit, and a 110 wall outlet. And this is a wonderful kit. And I'm going to go into some more things about this after I show you one more thing that is not in the kit, but I would highly recommend adding to this small setup. So this is Goal Zero's little light-a-life, and it's a great light. You can plug it in, it can be directional going out. You can put it like this, and it does a flood out. This has a magnet on top that can hold the light. This has also 3 magnets here, so you can put it flush up against something, and the little notch right here is to turn the cable out so it does not get in the way. This has a port. You can daisy multiple lights together. You have a switch for low power, high power, and then in the middle is off. This carabiner is adjustable. You depress this centerpiece, it moves out. Depress it again, it moves in. And just like on the 12 volt output, this is green circle, and it goes into the green area. And there you go. Now, you can also, which is what I have done, is get an extension. And with this extension in this light, with close power and not having to go super far from somewhere, this gives you the flexibility to charge this unit. You can have power to recharge your phones, a laptop, whatever you might need, radios, whatever that is. And in the same small setup, so you can have this, arrange it so that this is kind of down here and this sits in this mesh, and then have a little light that sits with it and this extra extension. And that is a very small footprint for power. So with this very small footprint, you have power, an inverter, you have light that can be extended out, that can be mounted in various positions that you can make it work. And you have a way to recharge this over a day. So you can use it at night while you recharge your devices. And another benefit to this is if you are wanting something like a Faraday cage and you wanted to prepare for an EMP, or either natural or man-made, so solar flare or man-made EMP. While this will not do that, obviously this isn't shielded, but you can make one from multiple ways that you can Google. You can set this small kit with a couple of Baofangs and a small hand crank radio that will be on another video, and a small CB radio. And with that small kit, you can power your stuff. You can listen and communicate with your group, your friends, know what's going on around you. And you can also have the ability to see at night, and you can have some light. And obviously that goes into OPSEC and making sure your light isn't seen, but that's a different video for a different time. One other thing I'd like to point out about this light is all of their lights that are these lights come with this adapter. This allows you to plug it in your car, and if you are car camping or stuck on the side of the road and you just need more light, you can connect this magnet or this carabiner to a part on your lift gate, tailgate, wherever you can think of, and which I feel is a necessity with this light. Use this extension and you can have light no matter where you're at. So your car's running, you need light, you've got it. No car running, but you still have this with you, you have light. If a concern you have is an EMP, whether natural or man-made, whether from the sun or from a detonation high in the atmosphere, and you can Google all night long how to make different types of Faraday cages, but this kit would be a very good option for a Faraday cage. You have a solar panel, you have a way to charge your Sherpa 100, you have a Sherpa 100 which can give you light, you have the ability to charge your devices that you have hardened to some degree, and You also have an outlet that for non-computerized things like a fan that you might have if it's summertime, you can plug a fan into this and at least have some sort of air circulation. In that same box, you can have a few Bofang radios, which all fit in here. I've got 2 batteries, a charger, 2 different antennas, headset, and a microphone. This, from a separate video, is the Midland handheld and mobile CB radio. And with all of this, and this is a hand crank AM/FM radio with weather channels with a flashlight built into it. And with all of this, you can fit this whole kit, when this is out of this box, into the footprint that is the width of the Nomad 20 folded up and just a little bit taller. And if you want something that can be off to the side and tucked away and in a closet, under a bed, somewhere where it's not extremely noticeable, you can make a Faraday cage for this, and this will give you your basic electronic necessities. And it's durable. The solar panel is weather resistant, so you don't have to worry about a little bit of rain. And this is a good kit, and it can be very small. Now, while this is together fairly expensive, you are paying for lightweight, you are paying for ease of functionality, and you are paying for peace of mind that can all fit in a small case. And I think it's always good to have a backup way to communicate, which is why it's smart to have different ways to talk instead of just a cell phone, because even when the world is not falling apart, cell phones sometimes still don't work. I hope you enjoyed this Sherpa 100 video, and if you are looking at something lightweight, fairly lightweight, this is a great kit to have. This is everything you need to charge that is all inside of this kit. This is the 110 outlet to charge. These are all the adapters. This is the extension for the light, and it all fits right inside of this. That's it. So that's the entirety of a 20-watt solar panel and all of your charging necessities. This is a battery that will last quite a long time with an inverter and a light that's built into it, and a light for you to see. Thanks for watching.